go ahead and start talking about what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm about to do some farming, and as you can see, sometimes no matter what, the sound outpaces the visuals just because I'm actually harvesting these faster than the game keeps up with me harvesting. So that's not an editing issue. That is simply just a game issue. It always happens. It always has. So that isn't a big deal. There isn't a whole hell of a lot of fun stuff to talk about when farming. It's not an extremely exciting thing, but I guess I can start talking about some of the things that I'm doing up here on the roof. Basically, what I've done is, after I reinforced the entire base with concrete, then I covered the roof in dirt because I didn't want it to collapse. Want to make sure that there wasn't too much weight on the roof to collapse the whole darn thing. After that, I went ahead and I put these wooden plates all around to give myself some pathways, first of all, and also it covers up that ugly angle that happens when you put a dirt block next to a square block along the edges. This is something I was thinking about actually earlier, is this noise here of items being crafted in my inventory is loud and annoying as heck. Now, it is part of the game, so I'm not sure if I want to adjust that volume in editing, or if I just want to go ahead and leave it because it is actually naturally part of the game. However, like I said, it can be really annoying, so perhaps adjusting it for ease of viewership might be a good idea. Not really sure. Alright, so let's see, let's get back to the video. At this point, I've actually we've harvested everything that I have, and now I want to make sure the size of these plots, I'm counting here, counting with Noi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's a 5x5 plot. I know I'm going to need to make at least 25 corn seeds. Corn is a good product because in hoed ground, corn produces 3 for 1. It's one of the best turnarounds for any of your crops. Now, I would assume that that's because corn has multiple uses in many different of the higher-end recipes, the good quality recipes. You need 5 corn per meat stew. You need 5 corn per vegetable stew. You need to make cornbread. You need to make cornmeal in order to make blueberry pies and grain alcohol. And then, of course, you can always turn it into cornbread itself. So corn is an extremely important crop, which is why it's one of the ones that I'm going to plant the most of here at the start, so I can get a stockpile of it. The second most important for me at this time is the potatoes, and then secondarily, the mushrooms, because ideally I would like to be able to produce meat stew on a regular basis. At this point, I'm just simply planting all the stuff that I do have. I've only got a handful of each because although it's day 30 whatever, day 33, I haven't really been focusing on farming. I've just been kind of eating whatever I have. Mostly, honestly, a lot of boiled meat, which gets the job done. I mean, as you can see, my wellness is already up to 134, so it's not a huge deal. These yuccas, I was actually thinking about it. After this yield of yucca plants, I don't think I'm going to be planting them again because I really don't need yucca for anything. I mean, yucca itself is a great early game food, early game item in general, because you can turn 4 yucca and a jar into a drink, which also provides a cooling effect, which is great if you're in a warm biome like a desert or here in the plains. But its actual food value is pretty low. I think it only provides like 2 fullness. So at this point in my game, I really don't need such a low food value. I'd have to grow an absolute metric crap ton of it, and then you sit there and just eat just to get full every night. So I don't think I'll be growing any more yucca after this. I went ahead and planted it because, you know, screw it. I have a bunch of plots and not enough seeds, so I just went ahead and planted a bunch. As you can see, I do have some cotton here in my inventory, which I had planted in my first planting. But again, cotton is not something that I really need a whole heck of a lot of. I can turn it into cloth, but cloth obviously in this game is not hard to come by. You find one tent town and you get pretty much all the cloth you could ever really need for crafting purposes. And then of course I scrap down all of the low quality and just low level BS clothing items that I'm never going to use and I'm not going to sell. So I've got cloth just shooting out of my wazoo. I definitely don't need to be planting any more cotton. Let's see, I'm trying to think. The other recipes that use cotton that you might actually use on any type of regular basis would be for making the beds. the little crappy beds or the king size beds, and for making mini bike seats. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go ahead and click the little bell icon so that you don't miss any of my new uploads. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter with the links that are below. See you next time.